What's up, guys? Welcome back to Just Drinking, where we have a special feature today where we have Mr. Doc Brown with us today, the legendary Doc Brown from Doc Brown's Really Bad Rum. Thanks for being here, Doc.
All right, Doc. We've been looking forward to this day for a long time. You know, we really wanted to have you here at our bar and do a live interview, but with times being what they are, we wanted to at least do a Zoom meeting with you and let everybody else out there meet you and your beautiful wife. Right?
Well, thanks for having us.
Yes, thank you for having us. It's a pleasure to be with you both. My wife, Susan, I'm Doc Brown. We are the brand owners of Doc Brown's Really Bad Rum, award-winning. And yeah, tell me what's going on. Where do you want to go?
No, hang on. I'm guessing he's referring to the great award that we bestowed upon them.
Right, because there's
back
only
in 2019.
only one major award that he's won that's really
right.
a big deal.
And I don't see it on his bottle yet, although I'm sure it'll be there soon. Right? It's the 2019 Just Drinking #1 award.
Rum of the year.
Right?
Rum of the year.
That's right.
We can't afford stickers though, so we're working on a budget.
Well, I brought my own doubloon medal.
There you go.
I'm going to rebrand it Just Drinking Award.
There you go.
Love it.
You know, and I'll make a tag, and you know, maybe I'll make 2 and send you one.
That'd be awesome. We would
awesome.
love that. We would love that.
Oh, definitely.
So, why don't you, something I think everybody's interested in is how did you come up with Really Bad Rum?
I had a really bad idea.
That's how these stories usually start.
It happens. It happens. So the question is how we started and got involved in this crazy world of rum. Well, I'll let Susan start there.
Okay.
Because without her, we wouldn't be where we are today. So,
Well, so in the beginning, when we first had the idea, Doc was working for the Walt Disney Company, as you know, 25 years there, and they started to close down their stations. They were going satellite. And during that time, he decided that he wanted to market his rum cake. We didn't have rum on the brain. Our first initial thoughts for packaging were just a plain white box with a rubber stamp that would say Really Bad Rum Cake. It made us laugh. We thought, if you're looking in the cake aisle and you see Really Bad Rum Cake, you almost begs you to try it. Anyways, one day he was shopping in the store, getting more rum, and he called me on the phone and he said, why don't we make our own rum to go in our own rum cake? And that's kind of where it started.
I'm going to tell you right now, I love the rum cakes. The rum cakes are awesome.
Thank you.
Really are.
So it started with the rum cake, and I had have a great recipe for the rum cake. And while I'm trying to perfect that recipe before going public in the really expensive box printing thing, walking through the liquor store, buying another handle of rum to make the cakes again. And I'm walking down the aisle and I'm like, Ron Jeremy rum. And I pick up that bottle and I said, read it, and One-Eyed Spirits. I'm like, okay, so if this knucklehead can have a rum, I can have a rum too. And that's when the bell went off that why would I use any other brand to make a rum cake of my own with somebody else's rum?
Absolutely.
So that led us on a whole new path. I think Susan's head kind of turned into that Linda Blair scene in Exorcist, kind of just spun, but a lot faster. And things shot out. And I saw different parts of her that I never saw before. But she got around the idea and the concept, and we headed to Florida to look for a distillery to work with, and ultimately found one. Worked with them for a good portion, I would say 2 years, and a formulation for the rum. And
Let me stop you there for a second.
and then we got that far. Now it's her turn.
It wasn't quite that simple. But down there, and we worked with the distiller, perfected the rums, we made the barbecue sauce, and then those.
Well, that was a whole nother part. Let me fix this story because Nurse Ratchet's going off the wall here.
Those led us to the rum manufacturer.
So I wanted to do a barbecue sauce as well because I like the barbecue, and so did me. There you go, some really bad barbecue sauce. Yeah, driftwood smoked, if you know what I mean. In any case, yeah. So back up the story. We're getting ready to launch the brand at the Miami Rum Renaissance Festival. of April of 16, I believe it was. And so I got this big display thing coming down, a trade show, road show, nurses, and live mermaid, and it just,
Which are really hard to find.
They are. And you know what happens? I'll be honest with you. You got to keep a spritzer because they start to stink. They dry up. And
I hear you.
Wet. So I had a spritzer going all the time. And, you know, in any case.
Issue with my partner over here that I just need a spritzer
of rum.
Right. So I did the barbecue sauce as an add-on. The rum cake was the main focus getting started in business. Having the rum was obviously going to take us to a different level, which it ultimately did. So we launched at this festival in Miami. I'm told we were number 2 in sales over the 3-day event. People gravitated to it. I mean, the mermaid was a hit. I mean, we just stood out, you know, and you got crazy Doc running around with a syringe shooting people up with rum and you know, and the biggest, I think one of the biggest things that drew them to us was the dark rum. I had the nurses administering the rum through syringes like this into little cups with vanilla bean ice cream.
Oh, nice.
And I had to go out and get more ice cream every day because people were just coming back for the ice cream shots. So we left that festival and regrouped and said, all right, we got a product people really liked. A lot of people contacting us and everything. And so it was like, okay, now you got to find that liquor distributor. And that is the hardest part of this business, to say the least.
That was where we thought our balloon popped. And we were
Yeah.
like, oh my God.
Yeah.
You know, but it made it possible for Susan and I to get in the car and drive 95 down the coast and turn around and come back up and hit every liquor store we could possibly find.
Wow.
And it was hard because it was like door to door. No.
15 no's got
Yes.
you 2 yeses. So
I'm just gonna say I'm gonna bust in here right now. You know, it's been a really long time since somebody stopped off at my bar here to try and sell me some rum. I would have bought some from you. You know, I'm just saying.
we didn't drive that far north.
We're just a hop, skip, and a jump away.
not that far.
Yeah, Iowa, Florida, we're like neighbors.
Remember one thing is this sea is full of Captain Moron rums, meaning all types of rums. It's a big category, you know, so you have these major distributors that would consider taking this little brand here and be told by upstairs, no, it's not worth it because, you know, they got quotas to meet for all these Captain Moron brands. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The sales rep is not going to do anything for the little guy because he's going to make more money on the 50 cases of Joe Blow, you know? So you're working with smaller distributors that are willing to take on a brand like us, a small brand. The Sheehan family is the largest beer distributorship in the Northeast at one point. Very big, but they started this Blueprint Spirits division, which is all small brands like this, and they're trying to tap that market. And I think it's working. I'm seeing it working. You know, every year we're in different placements in more restaurants now and getting feature cocktails, big part of the game. You know,
Yep.
And that's where we've gone in since 16. And this is pretty much self-funded, to say the least. And, you know, my hands don't count money. My wife still has a day job. My day job is trying to keep the brand alive
COVID.
through COVID. And, you know, so we've grown into, it's 8 states now. And everything's available online at reallybadrum.com. And what more can I tell you? You want to hear some really bad jokes, or?
You know, one thing I want to point out here and just say is that for everybody watching and stuff who's watched our show, if you haven't already, they have to go back and watch our first review. We did it in the garage. This was back when we were nobodies, right? We're still kind of nobodies, but we're bigger nobodies now. So you know, we only had like 70 subscribers, you know, when we first did it. So you have to go back and watch that one, and then go ahead and watch the 2019 top rums of the year, and just see a little bit. And then we do an unboxing actually of a lot of stuff that you can find at reallyBadRum.com.
Oh, yeah.
So there's 3 videos to make sure to go back and watch.
Check out this nice shirt.
Right?
Right.
If you would like to look this fancy,
rum
you
cakes.
too,
You could look just like me.
just like him.
I mean, let's face it. Who wouldn't want that?
All you
right?
have to do is put
You
a
look
bat
really
on your
bad.
head.
That's awesome. The other guy wearing that selling real estate, he's looking too good for me right now.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but
And
yeah, I mean, you got to go check out the really bad rum cakes. These are incredible. They
We have
really
one
are.
that we'll cut up so you can see it on that other slide there.
So,
Perfect.
Yeah, we'd love to move into that. Kind of show us what you got going on over there.
well, wait a second. So I just want to tell your viewers how we found each other, because
Okay,
that,
all right,
that hasn't
sure.
been shared. My wife comes to me and says, she goes, check this out, and it's you guys reviewing the rum, and I'm like, wow, that's awesome. And so I watched it, not once, not twice, not 36 times or more, and I'm saying, this is a blessing that 2 guys I don't know are talking about our rum.
Yeah.
And it just gives you that feeling to continue on this, trying to build the brand.
Yep.
And I thank you for that. I know Susan does. That's so cool and important, and that's how we met. So I call you guys up. I got in touch with you guys and thanked you personally, and then sent you a really bad care package that you told me it didn't stink when it got there. It was supposed to, but it was, maybe you got the wrong package, but
Yeah, maybe.
so anyways, to your listeners and watchers and viewers, that's how we guys all met.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
right.
And I got to tell you, Doc, you've got a fantastic product here. You really do. I mean, it is so nice, so smooth. I definitely recommend, if you've never tried this before, you go find yourself a bottle. Go online, order it, try it out. You will not be disappointed. I guarantee it.
And I think the thing too is we get all the time is we know each other now, and so people are like, "Well, you know each other." When we reviewed this rum, we had never met before.
No,
like you said, that's how you found us. And so we're always truthful with our reviews. So it's just a great product. We have no problem telling everybody to buy it.
Yeah.
So anyway, so you want to go to the other camera?
Yeah, let's take a look. You're making us thirsty looking at it here. Let's see what you got going on.
All right, kids. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a tropical depression. And it all starts with a really fine ginger beer. All right?
Okay.
And it starts off with some really bad rum. And I would pour that to taste. I like it like that. Then just a splash of pineapple. And I can't pick it up, but it's right here. A little swirl. I forgot the limes. I'm sorry.
We'll
Supposed
put
to
the lime.
garnish with a lime. Okay. And that's what we have here is our tropical depression.
Awesome.
Ginger beer, dark rum, splash of pineapple juice. Too much pineapple will screw that drink up. You'll hate me for telling for just don't do it. Just a splash is all it needs. It brings you right to the beach. But
So in case anybody didn't catch the recipe for that cocktail, you can go to reallybadrum.com and you've got your drinks there on your website, correct?
yeah, we do. We have a few drinks. So yeah, we have a drink list. You can't see it on TV, I'm sure. Maybe there.
Yeah, let's get down below.
I
Looks
give these
good down there.
I give these to bars when I like to personally go in and shake the hand of the manager that took my brand.
Yep.
Whenever possible. If during the summer on the Cape, I'm on the Cape trying to meet people, but during COVID that didn't happen. But over the past, so yeah, we give them these to try to help them what to do with the rum. Again, they can do whatever they want. I think the rum works in a lot of different ways. I personally have tropical depression is a great drink. I personally am now switching over to just like a salsa water, a limey salsa water. I don't like to give out brand names, so I won't. I do know that one thing that I will say now publicly is that Doc Brown's Really Bad Rum does not work with any Canada Dry product.
Okay. Good to know.
It's probably better for you, and I'll leave it at that. So, yeah. So lots of drinks can be made. I like it just straight up on the rocks. Or like I said earlier, vanilla bean ice cream in a coffee cup.
I've got to try that.
Yeah, that
Don't
sounds
I've
good.
got
share
to try
that shit. Don't share it with nobody. Don't, don't share it. Just keep it tight to you because they're gonna come looking for some.
Well, Doc,
Guaranteed.
I think this has been awesome because you've got really quite the story, from the beginning, from the very start of this to where you're at today, and you've got such a great product. So, I mean, really, what you're saying is, even though you have the best product out there on the market today, it's still a challenge because you got to get it distributed. You've got to find the people that are willing to bring it on. And I didn't realize how tough it really was for putting such a fantastic product out there to get it out there in the public view.
It really is hard. It's hard to get the distributors. It's hard to get into every single liquor store. Sometimes people don't understand that when they're talking. They're like, "Oh, can I get around the corner?" I'm like, "Well, not every liquor store, but many.
Yep.
In each state. It is a challenge for sure."
Yeah, absolutely. So I mean, this is kind of a warning for all those people out there that are trying to get their own rum started.
Don't do it.
Just don't do it.
I'll have a better idea.
Just buy yourself a case of really bad rum from Doc Brown. Sit back, relax. Forget about the dreams of having your own rum. You don't need to. It's all being done right here.
Yeah. And thank you. It's like, why, if they're gonna call it really bad, why would you do that? It has to be good. That was the kind of twist in it.
And that's what really that's what we drew up.
So
right?
Just so you guys know, the reason we got this rum in the first place is I actually got it as a birthday present from my brother-in-law, who bought it specifically because of the branding, because it said really bad rum. And he loved it and he thought it was hilarious, and he's like, "This is what you're getting for your birthday." And that's literally how I ended up with it.
That completes our story. That's like
There you go.
That explains how we met.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I'm glad that I had a guy call me up in Florida, and he goes, "Doc, is this like the real Doc?" And I'm like, "Yeah, this is my cell phone. What's up?" And he called, and anybody can call me. My cell phone's there, I want to talk to those fans,
Yep.
And he calls me up and goes, "I got a problem. I live up in Jupiter, and your rum's not here. And I tried it at a pirate festival, and now my son's hooked. That shit's like opium." And I said, "Well, I don't want you to think of it as opium, but I'm glad you're enjoying it." So people like him, give me the name of that liquor store in your neighborhood. She and I are in the car, an hour north. We're going to go visit Bobby at the liquor store, and walk in and introduce ourselves. And he's like, "Yeah, I've heard all about you. Don't know much because my distributor, I don't have that big distributor. So I'm the sales rep. She's the sales rep as well."
That's again part of the problem. Just because we get into a state doesn't mean we're statewide in that state.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, like Iowa here. So,
Exactly.
we're located in Iowa, and I think in the whole entire state of Iowa, we actually have the one store that actually carries your product.
Hy-Vee. And we need your listeners to call all their Hy-Vees. Go into their managers and talk to managers at Hy-Vees and say, "Hello, we need a really bad product now. Everything's really good. We just need something bad." So, yeah. So to your listeners and watchers, viewers, that's what. Yeah.
We'll try and make that happen.
Go be really bad.
And we've reached out to Hy-Vee, on maybe 2 or 3 or 4 occasions to try to see if others.
It's a tough navigation. The toughest part of the navigation of Hy-Vee is we don't have a distributor in your state. So the state, being a controlled state, makes the purchase from us.
Right.
And right now, it ain't even a full pallet, but I'd like it to be. And to get them, all those Hy-Vee stores to do that, place an order, would create that pallet going to that state. That would be a blessing for us. Now you're going to get the big distributor brother down the street going, "Who's this Doc Brown guy coming in town?" Right? And so maybe that will enlighten them that this is a product we should take on, and that's the hopes of what that would be. But that's kind of the game process of you got to build your brand however you can. And if your big brother isn't going to pick you up and put you in the trunk and take you over to Frank's place, you're never going to get to Frank's place, you'll be stuck down at Joe's Corner, you know? So,
Great.
you know, you got to make your way up the boulevard. You really do. And
Well, we're doing what we can here for you in
I
Iowa.
know you
We
are.
appreciate it
You
so
know,
much. Thank you.
and
We love the rum. We love the
we do.
experience. I think with that, you know, we appreciate you guys taking the time to talk with us, share a little
Yep.
bit of your story. Hopefully this reaches a few people. For anybody out there listening, go check out the videos. We'll put a link to the website in the description so you guys can get there. But we just appreciate you guys being here and sharing your story with us. It's been awesome.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. And I want you all to have a really bad day.
Right back at you, Doc.
All right.